Brexit petition calling for Britain to quit EU gets enough support for Commons debate. More than 132,000 people have backed the online petition on the official Parliament website urging the Prime Minister to abandon the Brexit negotiations and begin the withdrawal from the bloc. MPs are now scheduled to debate the issue in Parliament's Westminster Hall Annex on January 22. Under parliamentary rules, MPs are expected to hold a debate on any issue raised by a petition that gets more than 100,000 supporters. The Leave the EU Immediately petition was added to the Parliament website in September and is said to remain open for more signatures until March. It was submitted by Jack Taylor, a voter from the Midlands. He is understood to want the Prime Minister to give up on the departure process set up under Article 50 of the EU's rulebook and to unilaterally declare that the UK has left the bloc. His petition says, the government should walk away from the Article 50 negotiations and leave the EU immediately with no deal. The EU looks set to offer us a punishment deal out of spite. Why wait another 18 months when we could leave right away and fully take back control of our country, lawmaking powers and borders? Explaining the thinking behind the petition on the website, the petitioner added, the EU looks set to offer us a punishment deal out of spite, insisting we pay tens of billions of pounds as part of a settlement fee and continue to accept the jurisdiction of EU courts even after we've left. Meanwhile, pro-EU MPs in Labour, the Lib Dems and the SNP, along with unelected lords, are attempting to block Brexit. The longer we remain a member, the more opportunity they have to interfere. Why wait almost another 2 years when we could just leave right away? Responding to the announcement of the debate, UKIP leader Henry Bolton said last night, "I'm delighted that Parliament will debate a clean and quick exit. It will give MPs another opportunity to show how the political elite holds the electorate in contempt." The Department for Exiting the EU published a response to the petition after it was backed by more than 10,000 supporters last year. A statement from the Whitehall department said, "The country voted to leave the EU, and the government is clear that there must be no attempts to remain inside the EU, no attempts to rejoin it through the back door, and no second referendum. In leaving the EU, the government will seek the best deal for the UK, maximizing the benefits from leaving the EU, control over our borders, laws and money, while maintaining the greatest possible access to EU markets and continuing to work with our European neighbours on common problems." After withdrawal, the UK will bring an end to the direct jurisdiction of the Court of Justice of the European Union, CJU, in the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister has been clear that the days of Britain making vast contributions to the European Union every year will end. The European Commission has set out the European Union's position on the financial settlement, and the government is undertaking a rigorous examination of the detail of this. The government has already introduced legislation to ensure the UK exits the EU with certainty, continuity and control. A smooth and orderly exit is in the national interest, and further legislation will be introduced to deliver that. Both the UK and the EU should want to achieve the best possible outcome and the strongest possible partnership for the future. The government believes that a deep and special partnership between an independent UK and the EU is in the interests of both sides.